Now let's talk about specific heat and latent heat. What are these two things? Now, before we understand this, let's discuss about this figure given to us, which is a plot between temperature and the heat. So you keep on supplying heat on this axis. So as you keep on supplying heat, your temperature keeps on increasing. Now you start with this point of minus 10 degrees Celsius ice, which is your origin, and as you increase the heat supplied, the temperature increases, and let us say you reach point A. Point A is 0 degrees Celsius ice. So in going from point O to A, the temperature has increased, but the state of the matter, it has stayed the same. From solid, it is still solid. Ice. Now you're still increasing heat. You now go from A to point B. Now point B is 0 degrees Celsius water. Now you have got the liquid state. So this means that in going from point A to point B, the temperature has remained the same, but the state of the matter has changed from solid to liquid. Okay, now let's keep on increasing the heat, and from B let us move on to point C. Now point C, it indicates 100 degrees Celsius water. So in going from B to C, you can see that the temperature has obviously gone up and the state has stayed the same. There is no change in the state, but there is a change in temperature. Now let's move on from C to point D. So in this path also you can see that the temperature has stayed the same, but the state has changed from liquid to vapors. Okay, so this is a very important diagram to understand. Some of you might already know it. So when you go from O to A, okay, the heat that is supplied is called sensible heat. It is called sensible heat. So let me abbreviate this as SH. And when you go from A to B, this heat is called latent heat. This is called latent heat, or abbreviated as LH. Alright, so if you summarize this, sensible heat, okay, in sensible heat, if you talk about state change, and here is your delta T. Alright, so when you talk about sensible heat, in sensible heat there is no state change, but there is a temperature difference that occurs. If you talk about latent heat, there is a state change, but there is no temperature difference. Okay, so in going from O to A, there is a temperature change from minus 10 to 0 degrees Celsius, but there is no state change. It is still solid ice. Okay, similarly from B to C also, this heat is your sensible heat because you have some temperature change, but there is no state change, and this would again be your latent heat. Alright, and then onwards from D, you will always have sensible heat because the state will never change. It will stay steam forever, and you will only have temperature change. Okay, so this is a very important concept to understand, that is for sensible heat and latent heat. Now let's come to the main topic of this video and talk about first specific heat. Okay, now mathematically, if I have to find out the amount of sensible heat given or absorbed, that is equal to M into C into delta T. Alright, so if I make the mass is equal to 1 kg, and if I make delta T is equal to 1 degree Celsius or 1 Kelvin, then the sensible heat becomes equal to C. Now this is small c, not capital C. So this C is called the specific heat capacity. It is called the specific heat capacity. So it can be defined as the amount of sensible heat transferred. It can be absorbed or it can be released. So I would say transferred in general. So it is the amount of sensible heat transferred for 1 kg of substance to change its temperature by 1 degree Celsius or 1 Kelvin. Okay, and the units for sensible heat, for specific heat, if you write down C over here, you'll get sensible heat upon M into delta T. So the units will become joules per kg Kelvin, or you would get joules per kg degree Celsius. Similarly, you can replace joules by kilojoules. Okay, so specific heat is always linked to sensible heat. Now, after specific heat, let's talk about the latent heat. Now, latent heat, LH, it is not connected to temperature change but only state change. Okay, so this is given as M into capital L. Now this value L, this is known as the latent heat capacity. This is known as the latent heat capacity. And what is this? Now, if M is equal to 1 kg, alright, then the value of LH would be equal to L. Now this means latent heat capacity is the amount of latent heat required to change the state of 1 kg of any substance. Alright, and the units for L is equal to LH by M. So this is either joules per kg or you can say kilojoules per kg, because there are no temperature units linked to it. So in a nutshell, if you talk about latent heat, it is not related to temperature change. There is no delta T, but there is a change in state. And if you talk about specific heat, it is linked to sensible heat, which has some delta T with it, but there is no state change. You can actually remember this small table that I have made to understand and to remember difference between C and L. Alright, so this was all about heat transfer and specific heat and latent heat. Now let's look at a very basic example on application of heat transfer.